By May of 1982, the fantasy sword and sorcery themed Masters of the Universe toys and playsets were widely available in stores across the country. Inspired by Conan the Barbarian, characters He-Man, Mossman, Skeletor, and Evelyn were the first 5.5-inch figures introduced in February. They became an instant success. Characters like Man-at-Arms, Beastman, and Battle-Cat soon followed, with even more to come in the following years. A female warrior character, She-Ra, was also introduced as an action figure that would appeal to girls. The toys led to a Masters of the Universe franchise, which included comic books, movies, and an animated television series. A live-action film was made later in the decade. May 1st saw the opening of the Knoxville International Energy Exposition, themed Energy Turns the World. It was later renamed the 1982 World's Fair, and it ran until the end of October, capping each night with a fireworks display. The fair showcased several inventions, including touchscreen displays, shelf-stable milk, and cherry Coke. Texaco Oil Corporation introduced the concept of pay at the pump. Exhibits included an unwrapped mummy from Peru, $30 million worth of ancient artifacts from Egypt, and the world's largest Rubik's Cube that had rotating squares. From the world of sports, the Pittsburgh Steelers and New England Patriots played a preseason football game, while the NBA offered an exhibition game between the Boston Celtics and the Philadelphia 76ers. This was the second World's Fair to be held in the state of Tennessee, this one attracting over 11 million visitors from around the world, making it the highest attended of all the expositions held in the United States. The Weather Channel, a cable channel dedicated to broadcasting weather-related news and forecasts, was launched at 8 p.m. on Sunday, May 2nd. Founded by meteorologist John Coleman with Frank Batten, the Weather Channel was the first of its kind, providing national and local weather coverage 24 hours a day. Local coverage was made possible through the use of weather stars, which were specialized computer units installed at local cable providers. These weather stars were able to transmit current local conditions, forecasts, and weather warnings obtained from the National Weather Service. Though the channel first focused on strictly providing weather reports, programming was later supplemented with documentaries and weather-related entertainment. British new wave band Modern English released the single I Melt With You on May 3rd, the second single from their album After the Snow. The song was the most successful single for the band, especially in the United States. It was later part of the soundtrack for the film Valley Girl. I Melt With You eventually reached number 7 on Billboard's mainstream rock chart the following year. On May 11th, football fans across the country grew excited with the announcement of the formation of the U.S. Football League. This new league was founded by David Dixon, the man responsible for gaining an NFL team for the city of New Orleans. The USFL was to be made up of 12 teams from major cities around the U.S., including 2, Birmingham and Phoenix, that did not have NFL franchises. The teams would play in the spring and summer after the NFL season had ended, beginning in 1983. Though the USFL only lasted 3 seasons, the level of talent that played in the league was significant. Quite a few future NFL Hall of Famers, actually began their professional careers with the USFL. Some talented NFL players actually left the NFL to join the USFL, becoming major stars there. Unfortunately, the league was not as popular among fans as the NFL, and it eventually died. It did, however, have a significant impact on professional football, introducing innovations like the Coach's Challenge, the two-point conversion, and the salary cap. The NFL also expanded, adding franchises in some of the markets like Jacksonville and Houston, where the USFL had proven to be profitable. On May 14th, the American fantasy film Conan the Barbarian was released in the US. Starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and James Earl Jones, the movie tells the story of a barbarian warrior who seeks revenge for the death of his parents. Though the film received mixed reviews, it was a commercial success, grossing nearly $80 million at the box office. The film earned Schwarzenegger international recognition, taking him from the world of bodybuilding and helping him launch his career as an international film star. Two weeks later, on May 28th, the American sports drama film Rocky III was released. The film, written and directed by the star, Sylvester Stallone, was the third in the Rocky franchise. To prepare for the film, Stallone began a strict diet and workout regimen shortly after Rocky II was released. Though professional boxers Joe Frazier and Ernie Shavers were both considered for the role of Clubber Lang, Mr. T was awarded the part after winning America's Best Bouncer the previous year. The role helped him launch his acting career. Rocky III grossed over $270 million worldwide, more than any other film in the Rocky franchise. On May 30th, the 66th running of the Indianapolis 500 saw one of the greatest moments in the track's history. In the last lap of the race, Rick Mears caught up to Gordon Johncock, erasing his lead and creating what appeared to be an insurmountable advantage of more than 11 seconds. Johncock then passed Mears in the final stretch, winning by just 0.16 seconds, the closest finish for the race at the time. On May 31st, American rock band Survivor released the single for Eye of the Tiger from their third album of the same name. The song was used as the theme song for Rocky III after the band Queen denied Stallone the right to use Another One Bites the Dust in the film. The song spent 15 consecutive weeks in the top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. During that time, it held the number 1 spot for 6 consecutive weeks, becoming the band's only number 1 single. Eye of the Tiger was the number 2 single for all of 1982, certified platinum by the end of the summer. Thank you, as always, for watching this look back at memories of events from May 1982. If you enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe to our channel, and keep an eye out for our next episodes, which are coming soon.